If you are a developer who feels as if you're spending a whole bunch of time on those boring forms, create, update, delete, all of that stuff, we call it boilerplate code. Well, I have some good news. Trongate has got the best code generator in the industry. Let me give you a quick demonstration. Alright, so here we are with the Trongate desktop app. I might as well just create a new app. I mean, it's so fast, My cool app. It's so fast. Yes, I even have time to do a brand new app. So I'm choosing a location. This will be inside htdocs, and away we go. Now that's picking it up from GitHub and all of that stuff faster than I could even say it. So now I'm going to generate a new module, and I'm going to have a new Trongate module. And you can have any module name that you want. I'll call this one holiday, okay? Doesn't matter. Manage holidays. I'm making this up as I go along. Now we can choose a nice little icon if it makes you feel good. What would be a good icon for a holiday? Like maybe a boat or something like that. Oh, there's nothing. Well, at least you know that this is an honest demo, right? Have we got ship? There we go. That'll do me. Alright, now I'm going to add some properties. Now here comes the code generator. Oh, look out. It's fantasticola. Look at this beautiful thing. I'm going to have a variable character, and I'll just say here, holiday title. And in fact, if I add in, okay, let me just show you something. If I choose email and I enter something like, you see how it's got all of the email fields here? Yes, it second guesses the vibe. So, for example, if I go back to variable character here, I could say something like C-O-U-N, and you see how it's predicting country? Yes, indeed, all of that stuff has been built into this. So we can do something like that. We can say something like, how about a date range? So we could say something like start, and look at those autocompletes, start date and end date. Isn't that fantasticola? We can add in, of course, things like description. Now again, D, see how it's suggesting it? All of the common labels and form types have been built into this. Also, it's very easy to change some of the rules. For example, maybe there's not going to be a minimum length for country. Who knows? Maybe the maximum length is only going to be 65. So I'm just going in here, I'm saying 65, and there you go. It's that easy. And let's just do one more. How about a time? We could maybe just say something like arrival time. Again, look at the fantastic autocompletes. We're going to select, hit submit, and isn't it fantasticola? Now, this URL column here produces what some developers call a slug. What an unpleasant name. I prefer to call them URL columns. All it is it's asking, look, do you want a column on a database table that is URL friendly and can be put in the URL, and people can, well, the app can read that and go to the record and all of that? You don't need to have it. You can leave this empty, but maybe you would like to have it. So I'll just say, all right, let's have a URL title or a URL column on holiday title. So I'll choose that, and you'll see in just a minute what that does. Now we're going to choose a default order by. So I'll order by holiday title ascending, generate, and it's doing all of the code and everything, all of the database tables, and hark the herald angels sing, yes, it is done. So as we view our thing, we've got a fantastic admin panel. Now, let me just show you some of the high points of this form here. Look at these fabulous pop-up calendars. And by the way, you can change the color scheme. It's literally just a word. It's not a problem. End date. All of the validation is here. Look at these fabulous time selectors. Isn't that fantasticola? And it's all generated in a flash. That's the code generator. And I tell you something, if there is a better one in the whole industry, I have not seen it. Here's the actual code that gets generated. I'm going to go into modules. Now, by the way, where do you think the holidays module is? Oh, yeah, that's right, Einstein. The holidays module is right here, right where you would expect it. You can see we've got a controllers folder. I'm going to click into it and have a look at this code here. Now, by the way, the code might change from time to time. That's normal, but fundamentally, it will not break. We are looking for stability. But in any event, if you have a look at this code here, I mean, anyone who has used something like CodeIgniter, which has a reputation as being the easiest of the major frameworks, you're going to feel right at home here. The only difference, of course, is that Trongate uses less characters than CodeIgniter. It's even easier than CodeIgniter. Here's our create form. Look at that. Some of you have never even seen this code before, but you know how it works. You know, here's our form opening, here's our form close. Oh, by the way, when you use this form close thing, not only does it give you a closing form tag, it also adds the, oh gee, imagine forgetting the name, CSRF, that's the one. The cross-site request forgery protection. It all works automatically. All you have to do is say form close, not clothes, close, and add a submit button, and it all happens automatically. Shall I show you that? So if I go down here and right-click and inspect, have a look at this. So do you see if I zoom you right in, CSRF token, there it all is. Now you don't even need to know how it works. It all works automatically. It's so fantastic. I think you're going to love it. Let's add a record. Alright, so here we go. So look at that fabulous page. And by the way, we can add comments. So here is a comment. All of that stuff, it all works. You don't even need to have the page. Refresh. Here is another one. All of the security has been added as well. Now, do you remember I mentioned that URL column thing? Let me show you what that does. So here's the database, and if I go into holidays, and here's our record, I'll just click edit so you can see this. And you see how it says URL string? Now, the title of this particular record is My Summer Holiday. I just made it up. But if you look up here, it has given us this URL string that we could potentially add to the URL. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, it gives you nice URLs. Sometimes it's better than having a number in the URL. But the real reason is because it's really great for search engine optimization. Folks, there is so much more that I could tell you about this code generator, but I'm trying very hard to make these videos short and kind of failing miserably. So let me just wrap up with a few bullet points. First of all, you have complete control over the design. Like if you're looking at that and saying you don't like green, or maybe you don't like the layout, or maybe you don't like the form or something, that's okay. You have control over every single pixel. I mean, of course, just to state the obvious, of course you can go into things like config themes and change to some other color like red. And of course, it's going to change the calendars and everything. You can do that, okay? But even beyond that, you can have any design that your imagination can come up with. And I cannot wait to put that tutorial out on YouTube where I show you how to add your own designs. And it's all going to work perfectly. So that was one point I wanted to make. Another point is, this is going to handle module relations as well. I just don't have time to show you it, but it does work. It's awesome. You're going to love it. The next thing is we can also have uploaders, such as single picture uploaders, drag and drop multi-file uploaders. I have a little video showing you that. Also, I haven't got time just now, but you can format the code as well in different styles. So for example, I'm the kind of guy who likes to go like this. I'm the kind of guy who likes to go function hello and then say echo hello. But that's just me. Maybe you're the kind of person who likes to say public function, and maybe you like this kind of thing here. Well, that's okay. I don't care. And you can actually just adjust a setting and it will do all of that for you. You're going to love it. Finally, yeah, I really want to make the point that this is 100% free forever. It's 100% free forever, and that's a promise. The biggest criticism I've had of this system with the developers who've seen this system so far, the biggest criticism has been that you have to pay for it. Folks, you don't have to pay. It's free forever. I'm not going to turn around in 5 years and say, well, now you need to pay. It's always, always, always going to be free. That is a promise. You have my word. Now, why would I want to do this for free? Well, apart from being on a mission to save web development from the aficionados, those code police who charge for certification and have tried really hard to ruin PHP, apart from all of that stuff, look, from my own selfish perspective, if lots of people are using this framework, it means that I have a better chance of being hired. Okay, so that's it. Now you know, right? So it really is free, and I'm laying all of this on the table for you, and that is a promise. All right. So hopefully I've given you some idea of how this thing works. It's the code generator, and I love it. Oh yeah.